Hi everyone, my name is Yasmine Zein-Phillipson, and I'm the product manager for the swine portfolio at Thermo Fisher Scientific in the Animal Health Group. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Today we're going to be covering a few topics regarding PRRS and our new PRRS product launch. We'll start with a presentation from Mazen Ismail on what PRRS is and why it's important, as well as cover some of the data behind our PRRS product. Then I'll introduce our new products, VetMAX PRRS 3.0 reagents and controls, and then I'll cover the qPCR workflow for PRRS.
Hi, my name is Mazen Ismail. I'm the R&D scientist lead on the development of the new PRRS product here at Thermo Fisher Scientific. I'm just going to give a quick intro about PRRS. PRRS stands for Porcine Reproductive and Respiratory Syndrome Virus. It is one of the most economically significant swine infectious disease out there. PRRS is highly contagious in pig herds. This is due to the transmission modes of PRRS. PRRS can be transmitted by infectious aerosols or by direct animal-to-animal contact. Typically, PRRS is divided into two genotypes, PRRS type 1 and type 2. These names can be interchangeable with, sometimes people call PRRS type 1 a PRRS EU variant or EU strain versus PRRS type 2, which is called the North American strain. This slide here shows how much samples were tested using this product before release to the market. Total is around 2,748 samples. These were like different sets, so almost 1,600 of these samples were tested in silico bioinformatically using the new design and the sequencing data, whole genome sequences that we were able to retrieve from public and private databases. After that, we were able to test 721 samples in vitro, just to make sure that performance is up to our expectations. We also tested 72 negative samples for specificity that was also tested internally. Then, with the help of our collaborators, we were able to send them our product prior to release to do some testing in their labs, and they were able to test 427 samples. What is really impressive about these 427 samples is we were able to get 39 samples with the help of our collaborators, get tested using that product, and these 39 samples belong to the L1C, 144, and 174 variants of PRRS. These are the variants responsible for the current outbreak of PRRS in the US. So we just wanted to make sure that our product covers those samples and we are helping our customers address this breakout. Here, this is a phylogenetic diversity tree representing almost 11,000 samples of PRRS. And this just shows that we were able to test, the samples we tested are from a very diverse regions on the phylogenetic tree. So we tested diverse range of samples, whether it was in silico or with the help of our customers, tested externally, or if we were able to retrieve them internally and test them in vitro. This slide here shows performance comparison between our new product, the PRRS 3.0 reagents, versus our previous product. This is just using a specific sample set of 39 samples I mentioned earlier that were identified by sequencing to belong to the new L1C144. Here you can see from the results that our new product is able to generate lower CT values, which indicates better efficiency in detecting those samples. And this is mainly due to our new molecular design that better addresses the new PRRS genomes circulating in North America at the moment. And this is a really good sign, and I believe a good confidence to our customers that we are doing better than our previous product when it comes to detecting those samples. Here that the average difference in CT values is almost 3 CT values between our new product and older product. This here is showing the results of limited detection experimentation we did. We wanted to investigate what is the limit of detection of our new product. So we tested 2 different concentrations for each genotype. So for the North American PRRS, we tested 50 copies per reaction as well as 10 copies per reaction. Our passing criteria for this was the ability to detect more than 95%. So for 50 copies, we were able to detect 100% out of 88. We were able to detect all of them. And for 10 copies per reaction, we were able to detect 87 out of 88. So that still passes the 95% criteria. For the EU genotype, we were able to detect 100% of both the 10 copies per reaction as well as the 50 copies per reaction. Just a quick note here that all these samples were also spiked with 1,200 copies of VetMAX Xeno control. This is just to imitate a real life situation, real sample. This is our recommendation in extraction of PRRS samples is to spike Xeno, which is our internal positive control, which helps a lot in detecting inhibition in samples as well as human error. Here for the efficiency, this was done by running standard curves for each target we have in the product, EU, NA, and Xeno, and the passing criteria for this was to have an RT-qPCR efficiency between 90 and 110%. And as we can see here for EU, NA, and Xeno, the standard curve efficiency was 105.7 for EU, 101% for NA, as well as 99% for Xeno. So this definitely shows an excellent efficiency. So overall, we can say the LOD for this product is 10 copies per reaction. It has great efficiency curves, as well as the ability with the new molecular design to be better suited to identify the new circulating PRRS variants. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team.
I'll now go into a bit more depth on the product itself. Our applied biosystems, VetMAX PRRS controls and reagents are the most widely used PRRS PCR tools globally. Because PRRS mutates significantly more rapidly than influenza, it's very difficult to create a solution that can keep up with the rate of PRRS mutation. We're constantly monitoring the evolution of PRRS for new mutations on a global scale and update the PRRS design accordingly. Our original PRRS product developed a miss on a very important PRRS variant. So as Mazen mentioned, we did a lot of research to ensure that this would detect the new variants 144 and 174 and with high sensitivity. This product identifies both the North American and European subtypes of the PRRS virus. So in addition to the design and confidence in the detection of new strains, we want to make sure that our products are cost-effective and high quality. We make sure that our products are competitively priced and cost-effective for our customers. We also manufacture our products under ISO 9001, which gives confidence in the supply and quality of our products. Thermo Fisher is a trusted brand with over 50 years in the DNA, RNA arena, with significant bioinformatics capabilities and experience. We put our customers first and make sure that they're getting high quality and affordable products to meet their varying needs. Now I'll go into a bit more depth on our new product offering. So this can provide confidence in the improved identification of new variants of PRRS. As we've mentioned, after analyzing over 2,700 samples, our customers can have confidence that they'll be able to detect variants that older versions and competitor products might not be able to. Secondly, this product has a much more complex design, which leads to better results time after time. I'll go into a bit more detail on these in a few slides. The reagents box has 100 reactions and contains master mix, primer probe mix, and Xeno, which is our internal positive control at 10,000 copies per microliter. And the controls box has 10 reactions and contains the positive control mix. So just to go into a bit more depth, the reagents box has a concentration of 2x master mix and 10x primer probe mix. Like I mentioned, contains 100 reactions and is compatible with a variety of sample types, which include semen, oral fluids, tissue, processing fluids, and whole blood. It also has a shelf life of 12 months. So the controls have a concentration of 2.5x and contain 10 reactions with the same 12-month shelf life as the reagents box. So the key features of this product include new strain, less preparation steps, and a new control is now included. So as we've mentioned, this product includes the North American strain, variants 144 and 174, and with the wide range of data collected to support this, customers can be confident in the results that they're getting. The runtime has been cut in half. In the original design, the product had a runtime of 1 hour and 9 minutes, and now the runtime is just under 50 minutes. So this will save time in the lab. The number of preparation steps have decreased from 4 steps to 2, which also helps save both time as well as plastics in the lab. And then, as mentioned before, this new product now contains xeno-internal positive controls. Confidence in results. So as we mentioned, this was tested extensively on 2,700 samples from different locations in the US, as well as time collection points. So our customers can be confident in the results and accuracy of the product, identifying novel mutant sequences of PRRS and the results that they're getting. Furthermore, by including the internal positive control in the lysis solution during RNA isolation, we help distinguish PCR inhibition, reaction failure, and human error from true negatives. Efficiency in the lab, obviously that's very important to our customers. In addition to efficacy and high performance, we want our products to be efficient. This product has a decreased runtime, as I mentioned earlier. It's been cut in half, essentially, due to the new reagents using an updated thermal profile. They're compatible with a wide variety of sample matrices in pools up to 5 samples, which can hopefully better fit into customers' existing workflows. And the updated product is more user-friendly with fewer steps for master mix preparation. At Thermo Fisher, we offer the whole workflow solution from the PRRS reagents to controls to our VetMAX core extraction kits, as well as offering varying instrumentation to fulfill our customers' PCR needs. Thank you so much for your attention and taking the time to join us for this webinar. Feel free to reach out to any of your local reps for more information on this product. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmine and Mazen. So right now we are going to put up a polling question, and we'll go ahead and give you a minute to answer that, as well as feel free to put any questions that you have in the chat. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the Q&A. Let's jump in here. I've got Mazen with me to answer any questions that come up. So, Mazen, let's go ahead and get started. This new reagent utilizes reverse transcription PCR. What is this, and why is it better than strictly amplifying DNA?
Oh, hey, that's a good question. So it's a process, like reverse transcription is basically a process of changing an RNA into DNA, and then you follow that with PCR, correct? So when you're dealing with PRRS, which is an RNA virus, you have to do that process. You have to change it to DNA to be able to detect it with qPCR, correct? And in this case, we included everything into one reaction, so the customer or the user doesn't need to have a separate cDNA synthesis process followed by taking that DNA that was produced and run it with the new assay. Everything is done into one action.
Okay, great. What have previous PRRS outbreaks taught us about how quickly new strains pose a risk from other regions?
Okay, so this is like the big lesson out of this is we have to be super proactive rather than reactive, and we have to deal with PRRS. PRRS is a positive sense single-stranded RNA virus, mutates heavily, and you never know when that mutation is going to lead to a new powerful variant that leads to an outbreak. So we have to be ahead of it, and to do that, our biggest resource is our collaborators from the field. They are continuously testing with our products. They let us know if there is a new variant that is having lower detection efficiency or is something we need to do. Above that, we have big computational in silico assessments continuously running for PRRS against our products. How does that like translate into the risk from different regions? PRRS transfers, and this is a reality. I know like if anyone on the call is really into biosecurity, it is the reality of PRRS. Like it still transfers, even though we try to follow. I know a lot of customers try to follow as much biosecurity measurements as possible. Still, PRRS is highly transferable. So once you have an outbreak in one region, it's not gonna take that long until it gets everywhere. So we need to be really ahead of it.
So with that being said, Mazen, how quickly can Thermo Fisher Scientific respond to a new strain?
Well, because we have our biggest resource, as I mentioned, as our collaborators, we are always asking the question, hey, can we do better? Is there a new variant that we can target? Is there something, are we losing efficiency somehow? So because of that, once we get a trigger from the field or from in silico assessments or computer generated results, we start to act on it as quick as possible. So in this case, you can see here, like we were able to respond very quickly to the latest outbreak and generated and released a product that was really helpful for our customers in the field to tackle the new variants, the L1C, 144, and 174.
Thank you. Great. So let's look at the chat here. Can PCR be used as surveillance tool prior to seeing symptoms in swine?
Yes, I believe it can. So actually, it's a very good measurement if farms are going to do that, because there is a stage where you have infected animals which did not show symptoms yet. So if you continuously are testing for PRRS, and I believe some farms do that under the MSHM program, the Morrison Swine Health Monitoring Program with University of Minnesota. They just keep testing continuously just to be able to detect PRRS. And I believe this is the best, if we live in a perfect world, that would be something that everyone would be doing. So yes, PCR can be used and very beneficial if you use it for surveillance as well, rather than just clinical samples.
Yes. Thank you. So specifically with PRRS 3.0 reagents and PRRS 3.0 controls, how does this new product perform against outbreak variants?
So a good example for that would be the recent outbreak variants, the L1C144 that was that outbroke in the US last year. And we were able, with the help of our collaborators, to do some testing where we had a set of samples confirmed by sequencing to belong to L1C144 outbreak and also L1C174. And we tested them with our new product versus our previous product, and we can see that we were able to detect every single sample of those in that sample set, and we were able to detect it also with earlier CTs. So we have enhanced sensitivity towards these outbreak variants. And this is all, by the way, is mentioned in the white paper we released recently around PRRS 3.0, if someone wants to look at that data. So yes, we are confirmed that we can detect the new variants. But yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for answering those. I don't see any more questions in the chat. Is there any closing comments that you want to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, first of all, thanks everyone for joining today. I'm really excited about our new product, and I really hope if someone have any questions, they can email me directly. I will be happy to help, and if I can't, I'll lead them to the person who can. And also, we have the white paper around PRRS 3.0, which has all the results that I mentioned earlier with the tested panels and the RT-PCR efficiency and other data as well. If someone wants to view it, it would be great. So thank you everyone for coming today.
Yes, and we wanted to thank you as well. Thank you, and thank you, Yasmine, for the great presentation.
Thanks.